Hey, Mike McClelland here with Tackle Warehouse. We're here at Lake Lanier, here at the kind of the off time of the year when the fish are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. We got pre-spawners, we got post-spawners, we got you know, fish that are actually spawning. But I've been with Spro now for 4 years, and I feel like with the introduction of the new McRip 85, we have really got kind of the whole gamut of stick baits covered. Now we're going to be coming with new sizes, new colors, you know, changes along the way, but I really feel like we're getting where you can take a Spro stick bait and get the job done. Probably my favorite time to throw the McRip 85 is really in the dead of the winter, but this has become an awesome bait for me to use to catch post-spawn bass. Let's see if we can get it done. When it comes to figuring out where to catch fish on a McRip 85 in the post-spawn period, there's a couple things that I really want to pay close attention to. As you can see, we're right here in a big spawning area. You got lots of pockets, lots of points, but the thing that I want to focus on is the longest, flattest point coming out of that spawning area. A lot of times when these fish get done spawning, they're lazy, they don't want to exert a lot of energy, so they'll pull out on the longest, flattest point, and they'll set up right there on the edge of that roll. So I'm looking for, you know, a point that rolls out to about 8 or 10 foot and then rolls off hard, you know, into 18 or 20 foot of water. And that's where I'm going to catch them on a McRip 85 in the post-spawn period. When it comes to fishing the McRip 85, like I said, it's really a different bait than the McStick, the 110 or the 95. When I'm fishing the McRip, I mean, I'm going to, same deal, I want a rod, 6.5, 7 foot long, 6.3 to 1 gear ratio reel, make a long cast. Same deal, wind that bait down, get it down to maximum depth as quick as you can. Like I said, I'm going to use somewhere between 10 and 14 pound monofilament. I want to pull the bait down, and rather than going into that twitch deal, I'm going to use this bait more like a pull bait or a rip bait. I'm going to wind it down, I'm going to pull it along, kill it, and just basically stand there and hold slack in the line so when one gets it, I can see him get it and just lean back into him when he does get it. But this is a bait that's exceptional for really, really cold water, or like I said, when you get into that post-spawn period, when these fish pull out here off the ends of these points and you need something that'll make them react, you can rip the bait along, you're going to get a lot of action, and then you kill it, and that's when they're usually going to get the bait. When it comes to throwing the McRip 85, really the rod, the reel doesn't change a tremendous amount. I'm still going to throw this bait on a 6.3 to 1 smoke or tour edition reel. The rod is really probably a big key. I'm going to throw the same rod, 6.8 McClelland Signature Series McStick rod. And the thing about that rod, like I said, it's got a lot of backbone, but the rod's got a super soft tip. So when you're ripping that bait along and a fish reaches out there and grabs it, you're not going to pull the hooks away from him. Micro guides, in my opinion, are probably one of the most critical things when it comes to getting the best distance you can get out of a stick bait. The casting ability is just way better. When it comes to line, when I'm throwing the McRip 85, I'm going to throw probably 2 different types of line. I'm either going to throw Sunline Sniper if I want to get more depth out of the bait, somewhere between 10 and 14 pound test. Like I said, the fluorocarbon is going to help get the bait down because the line actually sinks. If I'm not throwing the fluorocarbon Sunline, I'm going to go to the Sunline Supernatural, same test, somewhere between 10 and 14 pound test. And that's really the key to helping get this bait to where you want it to be. The monofilament's going to give you more hookups when the fish are sluggish and they're not getting the bait good. If you want to move the bait more, you want more action, that's when you want to go to the fluorocarbon. But like I said, this winter, dead of the winter, when it's really, really cold, the McRip 85 is going to be a great bait to throw. Or when you get into this post-spawn period, when the fish are first starting to pull out off them deep drops, this is a bait I'm going to go to. This is Mike McClelland with TackleWarehouse.com. Remember, pick up everything I've talked about at TackleWarehouse.com.